Greetings and salutations, welcome to episode 3, week 3 of the XCOM 2 mods. Found some brilliant mods this week. As I said in the couple of last episodes, the mods are getting a little bit more complex now. I think in the next month or so we're going to see some really good mission-based stuff and everything. So if you haven't seen this series before, basically I look at 5 of the best mods this week. You can go and look at previous 2 episodes, building up a nice collection now. Some really useful stuff, some fun stuff. Some of the mods you can use like straight away, others are good like once you've done a playthrough of XCOM and you want something a bit different, you can add on stuff. So the first one we're going to look at today is called Flank Preview. It's a very simple mod created by Mac Delta and Bad Wolf, and basically what it allows you to do, but as you're moving, so you can see in this screenshot here, is that as you're previewing your movement, it shows on the soldier you're about to fight if you're going to be getting a flanking shot, so much better chance of crit and hit and all that sort of stuff. It's a really simple mod, but in case you really wonder if it was going to be a flank shot or not, this sort of solves that for it. It should be in the game to begin with, but really I think it's one that everybody should use, going to be really useful. Next up, we have something just a little bit silly. There's a number of voice packs now if you look on the Steam Workshop, but this one sort of particularly sort of tickled my fancy, as I do enjoy Deadpool. And basically this guy, what's his name, MG Poland, has created a Deadpool voice pack. So all the different clips that they could possibly say when they miss a shot, when they fail to stun somebody, rescue a civilian, all that sort of stuff, he's created a voice for. So I'll play a little bit so you can just hear a few of the stuff.
I need a bigger battery for this thing. Nope. Try again. I think the batteries in this remote are dead. Didn't I tell you to set that thing to stun? Well, that wasn't part of the plan. Oh, so it's gonna be one of those games, huh? Crap! We're one threesome away from finishing this. Ha! What a bunch of chumps. Hey, we make a pretty good team. Now that was a firefight.
There you go, there's just an example of some of the clips. There's like 399 clips or something in all. So lots of variety. Very sarcastic as Deadpool is. Very good voice work. Really enjoyed this mod. Just need a good skin for Deadpool now. Please somebody go make that. Thank you very much. Next up, we have our first sort of map pack that we're looking at today. So it's created by a guy called TD Daz. And basically the way XCOM works is it's procedurally generated, and it takes from a pool of what's called plots and parcels to create the map itself. So it'll have a plot land, it'll have a few different parcels just to mix up the variation. But what this guy's done is basically created a number of plots and parcels that introduce into the game. You can see some examples in the screenshots here, some really nice stuff. It fits really nice in the game, doesn't stand out, it's really good graphics. They're brand new, so they don't overwrite any of the current stuff that's in the game. They just basically add a bit more variety to the look and feel of the game as you go through it, so something definitely worth adding to your game. Next up, we have a mod called Uniforms Manager. And basically what this allows you to do is, rather than having to recreate, say if you've got a particular colour pattern or palette that you want to use for your soldiers, look and feel of each one in the customise options, rather than having to go in every single... What I tend to do on my games is have certain classes a certain colour and look and feel, so they're sort of similar in look. So you can just sort of they stand out more when you're playing the game. But what this allows you to do is save the different uniforms into packs, so you can say I'm going to create this, customize this guy. Let's say I'm going to make him a specialist medic type character. I'm going to create his white armor with a nice hat and stuff like that. You can then save that file, and then anytime you need to use it on a different soldier, you basically just load it up. So here on the screenshot here is the sort of saved ones that we've created, that he created on the thing, so he can use that stock load to customize that character, so you don't have to fiddle about with every single one to make it look and feel the way you want it to do to match in with the rest of your guys. Simple, effective, saves a lot of time, great stuff. Thank you, Mr. Falcon. And finally, we're going to look at a mod called Hidden Potential by Hammerstein. And basically what allows this to do is that every soldier is not created equally. Right, some are going to have better potential than others. So what it does is, if you read down here, does it bother you that every soldier has the same stats? Well, it bothered me too, so let's remake one of the best second wave options. So basically you can get better soldiers, which is kind of, you want a bit more individuality, because you want that guy that's like superhuman, that's amazing, you rolled really well on the hidden stats table, and he's this like god of a man, you've just got to try and keep him alive. Or some weakling because it really helps sort of wove that into the story of how you want to sort of play out the game. I like to sort of have my own little story in the game, and it'd be great to have some medic that's kind of useless and dies really quickly and in the background, and only use him when I have to, sort of things. So this just mixes up the game a little bit. It just makes the soldiers slightly different in a tribute. It just varies up the game a little bit more, makes it a bit more interesting when you hire new recruits to actually check out their stats, because you might unearth some little gem that you might need to train up quickly to join the rest of your main squad, sort of thing. So there we go. That sums up this week's 5 mods. Some interesting stuff in there, some fun stuff. I'm in contact with a couple of guys that are doing some really big mods, like, you know, the Long War type stuff with really interesting stuff, and I'll show you all those in game. There's a lot of this stuff I don't need to show you in game, so I'm just showing you the Steam page. But once we get into the more detailed stuff, I'll load the game up and we'll put the mods in and we'll check them out properly. So in the comments, please let me know if you sort of find any really good gems of a mod. Please leave the link in the comments and I'll go and check it out. Please like and share this with your friends, because, you know, this takes so much work. Even some of those simple changes take a ton of work. So let's help these guys out by sharing their work. So please sort of retweet, share it on your Twitter and all that social media bollocks and all that crap. And I will see you in the next episode. If you're new to the series or new to the channel in general, please subscribe. That would be fantastic. See you. Bye-bye. Love you.